Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to Profit Data. So here today I'm here to talk about this data feed. So if you watch my earlier videos, I've been explained about this live data feed. Okay, so in that thing, I've been just told you about this parameters you can set and you can call this data feed. Okay, and there is one more thing is there. There will be a, timestamp was there. Okay, so today I'm gonna talk about more and more about this data feed, how you can set and call this live data feed. Okay, and exactly there is a timestamp thing is there. So for that conversion is very much required. Okay, so it is not in a readable format. Okay, so I'm gonna teach you a easy method how you can, with the help of a pandas, you can exactly can call these things in an easy format, and you can convert this into a readable format. Okay, and you can make use of your data utilization more and more. Say live data feed. So what happens if you go with go with any kind of a data feed, exactly you very much require to run any kind of a strategies. OHLC data is very much required, which comes with volume, say open, high, low, close and volume. Okay, so if you are fetching this data, the normality is you are looking from, you required from this date to that date. Okay, so if you just go with this previous video, you can understand what exactly I am talking about. I have not much explained, but I have been explained how you can set the parameters and can call the functions. So you can refer this video. I must say, if you don't have trading account, you can follow the link in the description. If you just go with any kind of a videos over there, you definitely can get the links. And from that, all you need to is give your email address, password and mobile number. And if you just say sign up, you can definitely can get help from UPSTOX team and you can open your account. Okay, so I suggest that you should follow this link and have in your account. Okay, one more thing is there. I just suggest that if you are going with these things, as 14 days free trial is there, so I suggest that you should follow this, then exactly purchase it, so you will get to know the differences, what is the differences. Okay, so you can utilize these things. Okay, and if anything is there, you can just let me know. So what happens, I've been trying to utilize, so if you watch other videos also, I've been talked about how you can fetch the OHLC data. You have to set so many parameters, you have to set instrument token and these things, but here in case you just have to set certain things and you are able to get this market data. Okay, so right now you can fetch from NSE stocks, but it is very much easy. Right now the market has been closed, so right now I will try to fetch live data. So exactly I'm gonna fetch crude oil data, which I'm gonna show you. So you just have to follow these steps. So first of all, I just tell you about this GitHub. They have been told each and everything in sequence wise and in a complete manner. They have covered so much so far. Okay, so this is, you can get the master contract by this one. So if you want to get the MCX, all you have to follow is MCX future option. Okay, so here I will show you how you can fetch the data. Okay, so conversion is not so much required until you really need this for your visualization purpose. Okay, so I suggest that you can go for this thing by following certain steps, which I am gonna do for you. So I am gonna make you very much easy, and this code I will give in the description, so you can follow that link and can have the code which you can go after this video. So you have to proper follow this video. So first of all, you just check about the master contract, what are the trading symbol which I can get. Okay, the trading symbol, I think if you want to fetch crude oil, so you have to call this October data and you can fetch these things. But you should observe other things are there, because options data is also there, which you can call from CEP, each and everything. So I'm going to show you how the data are there. So if you remember in the previous video, I've been talked about instruments. So I'm gonna fetch those things. So all you have to say is get underscore master underscore contract, and in this you can say it as MCX underscore future option, because right now MCX is running, so we will definitely gonna fetch this data. Okay, so here one more thing is there. I'm gonna call data frame, so it will get easily loaded with the help of data frame. Okay, so I'm gonna mention my pandas, which I've been used a lot. And next I'm gonna call the data frame, so all I have to say is like instruments equals pd dot data frame, and you have to say about instruments. Okay, so if I'm calling that one, but to read each and every data, I have to mention an optimization method, which I will say pd dot option underscore context. So this is like JSON format, so definitely I need this. Otherwise, if it is in a real panda frame data, then I can call with the string. Okay, so I will say display dot max underscore rows. Okay, and then I will say none. Okay, then one more thing is there, which I will just, so one video which I have been talked about efficient coding, so you can use these things and follow these steps carefully. So all you have to say is rows and columns should be maximized. Okay, that's it. So you have to call, and within this you have to mention whatever you want to call. Okay, so if you say instruments, it will definitely gonna fetch the instruments. Okay, so let's see whatever our datas are there in MCX future and options. Okay, and we will, from that trading symbol, we will definitely gonna call. Okay, so I am mentioning this data, so as you see this data as in CEP, so whatever data is there, you definitely can observe these things. So exactly right now I want to call some crude oil data. So definitely I'm gonna mention this contract which I can fetch. Okay, for these things which I can call. So in this way it is formatted. So this is definitely a 2009 January. Okay, so we exactly not need these things. We should go for simple, which I can fetch present and related to this data. Okay, so from here we can find it out certain things. It will be like you can make more easy with this one. Okay, and can try with these stuffs. Okay, so here we will do one thing. We will go with gold mini. Okay, otherwise we will try one more thing. Let me check whether I can get or not. Okay, so from this we can exactly can call. So if you just know, if you are unable to find it out what exactly you are looking for, you can straight away call. Say right now it is October data I needed. Okay, because September is done, only October data will be there. Okay, so I need to fetch that data, so I have to call these things. So from this crude oil, so you can see those datas are there. Okay, but you can find it out this data. So crude oil 18 October feud. So let me check whether I can find or not. Okay, so here the data is there which I am looking for. So I will just copy these things. One more, it is like in a mini, so I will try to find, I will like fetch the mini one. Okay, so if I like crude oil with mini, just may have mini. Okay, so this is what I want to fetch this data, so I will check with these things. Okay, so I'm gonna use these things. So first of all I will set in my trading symbol. I will try to fetch in this within like small, and if it is not happening over there, we will try in uppercase, which definitely gonna get done. Okay, so here trading symbol is done. Right now the maximum is definitely needed here, so we'll opt it out for right now. And one more thing is there which I'm gonna talk about is calling this data. So if you are calling this data all, data equals, you have to say u dot get underscore OHLC, and within this you have to mention about that what type of instrument symbol you are getting. So I will say instrument by symbol. Okay, so if I am getting this thing, this data, and this instrument and interval I have to set start date and end date I have to give. Okay, so this is my data will be there, which definitely I'm gonna come. Okay, for this, for we will definitely, one more thing is which I'm gonna talk is like I want to find it about this data. Okay, so if I'm giving this symbol, I am like I can try from my side. Okay, so what I can do is like I'll set the exchange also, which is like I will say this one, for AMCX underscore FO. Okay, so I will opt it, I will carry this further also, but I need to get this instrument symbol. Okay, so all I have to say is like u dot get underscore instrument by symbol. Now next what happens, I can call the exchange and symbol. It's a symbol, does say exchange, and I've been mentioned symbol as a trading symbol. Okay, so here it is done. I'm gonna close and try to call here. So yes, you can fetch this data. So they are we talking about, this is a token and this is a symbol which you can fetch. Name, as you can see, this was the closing price 5213. So we'll check with in UPSTOX Pro itself. We'll set the data. This is crude oil mini we are talking about, so it's October 1. So we will try to fetch, and we can see that it's around what's the closing price was 52. Yes, 5213. So it was around. Okay, so we can see from these things. Okay, so we will try more in these things right now. So we are confirm in this thing. Okay, so we'll just we'll go with one more thing is there. This was, and one more I think we are talking about. Okay, so here symbol, instrument by symbol. So what I will say, exchange comma trading symbol. Okay, so if I set these things, exchange comma trading symbol, here I am done. Next I have to set an interval. So for what you can do is like how you can go OHSC interval. Okay, and this interval underscore minute. Okay, minute will be in this underscore 1. Okay, so we'll check with this. I think it's a OHSC interval dot minute underscore 1. Okay, so we'll check with this or Python. Okay, how we can fetch. So if you know that OHLC, if you want to get, so yes, OHLC interval dot minute you can fetch, and then exactly you have to talk about date time. Okay, so we will gonna import date time. So all I have to say from date time import date time. Okay, so if you are here, I am done with the interval, say minute is done. I will say date time dot, I have to do some conversion to call these things. Okay, so within in this one more thing is there which I want to set, which I will talk about later. So here I'm gonna set from date. Okay, so and I have to mention what type it is. So your format is you have to go with the date slash month and slash with a capital year. Okay, so here you have to say a modulus operator. Okay, so I think you can see these things. So right now we will definitely gonna call modulus operator, okay, to see these things. So here done modulus, and yes, you can close this tab. So from date is done. So I have to mention that thing also. So date parenthesis, okay, done here. So this way exactly I can call, means I have to say about my date, whatever my date is there, and then next to date is also I have to mention in the same way. Okay, so I'm going to use my format, and yes, I've been closed. I think it is done here, and now I will go and try to, first of all I'll just go with I will just say about my data. Okay, I mean from date to date I have to mention. So you can mention uh, because I need today's data. Okay, so from date and to date should be equal one, otherwise I can choose from date and to date as this one. So follow these steps. So I will say date time dot now. Okay, so it will fetch me today's data. And one more thing is there, I have to say about this time data. So first of all I will talk about from date. Okay, so from date means whatever it is. So I'm just taking today's date, but you need to format this date time with strf time. Okay, so format you have to do. So you are just calling now, which is you are fetching that one, and the format which you can copy from this type itself. You don't have to mention again and again. Okay, so this is the way you should follow. Okay, so right now I'll just go with the same thing, and we'll look for it. Then I will go for to date. So it will be the same date because I'm calling today's date, and I can explain how you can, because if you are fetching, you are definitely not leaving to date. You can mention it straight away from to date by manually, or otherwise you can take the help of date time and can fetch these things. So right now I was talking about this date. So here the date time has been done, which call from this OHLC which you are fetching this data. Okay, so if I am calling this, I will, with the help of pandas data frame, I need to call. So I will say data frame of data these things. Okay, and I just straight away print and show you whether I am getting crude oil data or not. Okay, so it will be like today's date. So let's see whether we are right or not. If we are not, we will check and correct. Okay, so we are easy to fetch this data. Okay, so this timestamp is like not in a readable format, so we're definitely gonna convert. It is definitely a Unix timestamp. Okay, so we're definitely gonna convert this timestamp into readable format. Okay, so all the thing is usable, open, high, low, close, volume. With the CP you can drop the CP, otherwise it is okay, not necessary. And one more thing is there, with the timestamp I need something to say about timestamp. Okay, first of all, if I am calling with the data frame, all is done. Okay, so I'm just talk about this timestamp, which is like how you can read this thing. So if in a previous video I've been explained how you can go for these things. So right now I'm gonna talk about how you can convert this timestamp into readable. Okay, so for that follow these steps. So first of all you have to call this timestamp. So you have to mention what timestamp, because it's in date format, I mean in timestamp itself, because if you realize the row itself, it's in timestamp. It is exactly clearly it is saying as a timestamp. So you have to call this timestamp, and then you have to convert these things. Okay, so you can use this very easy format, which is pandas, by calling the pandas. So how you can do pd dot date time. Okay, I mean dot to underscore date time, and you have to say about timestamp. Okay, in which I'm gonna talk. And if there is a unit which I was trying from the recommendation point, but it was giving me error, so all I have to say is ms. Okay, so it will do the wonder. And next I can straight away try to call this timestamp. So it will be very much easy to call these things rather than going for setting some parameters or trying from that one. So if you see some it is converted, but definitely it is not what I suggested, it is not as per our date time. Okay, it is not as per UTC, or as I say, it is not as per our daytime which we are looking for. Okay, so all we need is to convert this thing. Say it is has been started from some 11:55 or something. It is like, I mean, ended with this one, started from like 4 o'clock, 4:30, like this or something. So we will definitely gonna set these things, okay, easily. So if it is some we should not miss anything, so we just have to use some powerful tool, some pandas, which I'm going to talk about, some powerful data tool which you can localize and can call straight away. Okay, so all you have to do is like you have to call about data timestamp, and date time is there definitely. I have to say about time, this data timestamp once again. So I will say the same. Okay, and next what happens if I am saying this data timestamp, I have to localize these things. So I will say datetime dot localize. I mean I have to say time zone underscore localize. Okay, so if I am localizing, what is the localizing? Which is coordinated universal time. Okay, after this what happens, I have to say about this localized conversion also. So it will the same thing, dt time zone underscore localize. I mean I have to convert here. Okay, so all you have to say is convert, and you have to mention the continent name, and this Kolkata for setting this for following this UTC, you need to set for to get our timestamp. Okay, so I think we will try with these things whether it is readable or not. So let's check. Okay, so I think I am getting some, I think like here some error was there. So let's check this. So now as you can see, it is like convertible, and right now it is 528. So around it was like 527 previous. I mean the data whichever is fetching, it's right, because for my data has been right now the which is preparing data is 529 or something. Okay, the minute is passing and we exactly can fetch this data, and all we need is like it is fetching correct or not. Is like we can see the time which starts from 10 o'clock. Okay, so this is how we can fetch, which we can make use of these things, which we can like can call the timestamp, whichever timestamp is there. So suppose if I am calling this timestamp, say if I want this timestamp, timestamp data, so you can call this data after fetching this, and you can normally can query what exactly going on right now. Okay, so you can mention these things, and if you know that one parameter is there, which if you mention, say with last, whatever last fetching data is there, it should come out for me. So definitely, as you can see, date time is in Kolkata, and you can fetch these things too, so you can try. Okay, one more thing which I was talking, so you can convert these things into readable also. So all I have to say is whatever index is there, you just have to say false, and it will not come for you. Okay, so if I say, I'm definitely gonna fetching each and everything with the required parameter. Okay, so as you see, this is what I needed. Like right now it is fetching me the correct these things. Okay, so now the question is, if everything I've done conversion, what happens to my data if I'm calling my data? Okay, so all you have to say is just you have to say about data, and it will fetch each and everything for you with required time. Okay, so if you cancel this stuff and we'll try to run. Okay, so as you can see, my data is converted with very easy format and whatever I'm looking. So suppose the candle which I am looking is around close price which I look, so it is like 5254. How you can fetch 5254? Let me check. So yes, so as you can see, it is like I will try to fetch this 29 around. So the close price should be around if I can match up with these things. So as you know, 5 always it begins. So from this you can see these examples it is getting. Okay, so if I'll just tag here, so if you if you see this one, see this data 5254, okay, or 529, which I will fetched right now. So all you have to do is like go with the data 529. This is my data, and this corner of this one you can see the close is 5254. okay, left side of yours, this one. Okay, so this is, by this we can do the observation, and we are very much in right track, and we are able to fetch any kind of a data whichever needed. So this is exactly crude oil mini, and we can go and fetch for crude oil data. It won't be much problem for you. Okay guys, so I'll wind it up here, this video. If you have any doubt, and for this what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna paste this code, so you don't have to worry. You just can easily follow and try by yourself. You can analyze and can resolve your issues. Okay, so you can have this readable format, which you can make use of these things without any getting any difficulties. Okay, so this is the standard format I suggest that you should follow for conversion and make use of these things. So you can easily query these things, whatever it is there in that one, and can make use of these things without any disturbance. Okay guys, so I'll wind it up here, and I'll give the link. You can follow the link for this code. Thanks for watching. Please do like, share and subscribe. If you have any doubt regarding this video, you can comment below. If you have any other queries or requirements, you can contact me via WhatsApp. Thank you.